everyone! Today's video, I'm going to discuss about what are the difference of being a site secretary, document controller, and a document controller itself. These two positions has two responsibilities and two different pressures. My name is Maria, and this channel gives you a lot of ideas of how to become a document controller, especially for those who are only beginner in this field. So let's start about in a separate position. For example, you are a site secretary. If you are a site secretary, your main obligation is to prepare letters, receiving letters, okay, incoming and outgoing of letters, preparing the MOM, and at the same time you are doing the invitation of the schedule of any meetings of your project manager, and at the same time you're supporting the team and you are supporting your project manager. And of course, in the email you're always copied, and if there are any urgent emails that, for example, it is not noticed by your project manager, because your project manager are very busy, so as a secretary you have to remind him, or you have to ask him if he read this emails, and then if not, then blah blah blah. So at least you are supporting your project manager in the time of his busy schedule. Mostly being a secretary is concentrating in letters and whatever incoming from client, from contractor, whatever, that is your main responsibility. And of course, the pressure is different from a document controller. In a document controller, you have a lot of pressure in the submittals. You have a lot of submittals received. But in the secretary, the pressure is very different, because sometimes there is an urgent letters, there is a very important letters that you have to prepare. You have the MOM, you have to send right away the meeting invitation. For example, there's an urgent to discuss about. So the pressure is very different, but also you have to be attentive. You have also to be focused, even you have that kind of pressures. Okay, in a document controller, you are more concentrating on the submittals, the outgoing and incoming of the submittals. You are more responsible on that, and follow up the team. You are supporting the team as well. So if you become a site secretary slash document controller, so the pressure for that is more, because at the same time you are preparing the submittals and you are receiving the submittals, and you have to update more logs, because you have the logs for letters, you have the logs for MOM, and at the same time you will also prepare the logs of the submittals. So pressure is too much and workload is too much. Being a site secretary also, one of your responsibility is the admin work, right? Because in the site, you are only a limited person, so really multitasking. So anything related to repairs, for example, lights is not working, printer not working, you don't have toner, you don't have supplies, kitchen supplies, anything that the team needs is also your responsibility as a site secretary. On the site, if you need anything, it will go to the to the secretary, no, because she's the one who will do the request. And also the attendance sheet, okay, even it is like the attendance is already online, but still there are some attendance sheet that need to submit to clients. So whatever things need to sign by the team, it's also the secretary responsibility. Compared to document controller, you are more focused on the submittals, the outcoming, and the incoming of the submittals. So you have your own strategy on how you will do your work. And also, in the secretary is also like that. But really, you need really to focus, and the pressure is really different. And both of this work has also a lot of responsibility to assist and to be helpful to the team. Another thing is like if your project manager or any of the team has an expected guest, so as a site secretary, you are the one responsible responsible to monitor or to jot down or make the list of any persons who want to meet your project manager, and of course their intention. Of course you have to at least know what is the intention, from what is the details of this visitor, this is from where, is this guest is really expected or personally called to your project manager or your team. So that's it, everything related to the team needs, any guests and any related administrative works and letters. These are the more this is the most responsibility of a site secretary. So we as a document controller, if we are doing the document controller, sometimes we are also assisting both of them, both the site secretary and the document controller assist with each other, because some of their works are really related. For example, there are letters, delayed letters, so they need the submittals reference number, so it is also connected with each other. So if you are a site secretary cum document controller, so just imagine how hard it is to have a multitasking job. So you are very lucky if you are only a site secretary and you are focused on the administrative work and the secretarial job, and you have your own document controller. So it is very helpful, and it's very thankful and grateful if you have both persons in the site. But if you are also lucky that you have this two different position and you are working on this both, it is also advantage on you, because you will have additional experience on doing all of this. But you need to be more you need to be more focused, and need to budget your time and make it more productive, and do whatever you can to finish your task. In this time, if you are a site secretary and a document controller, you really need to manage your time, because you don't know what is what are the things to do on that day. Like it will be like a bunch of letters, a bunch of submittals. You really don't know. You really sometimes you really become which things I have to do first, because the pressure is really too much each day. Each day is really too much pressure. So dividing your time and being attentive and fast to do your work and your task is really important in this kind of position, and it's really very hard to handle two positions at the same time. But it also depends on how big the project you have on the time, because if that is there are companies that if it's a very big project, they are providing a separate secretary and a separate document controller. But there are also certain instances that you are doing a secretary job and at the same time you become a document controller also. So on your part, it is advantage, because you learn and in a two different positions. So in the future, you can use all of this and you will be adjusted, because you already have experience to be a site secretary and a site document controller. As usual guys, if this is your first time to visit my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be updated on my next video. And of course, if this video will help to your friends, don't hesitate to share it, and I hope these things will help him to be a document controller, or at the same time to be a site secretary, or have knowledge at least on how to do the work of a document controller. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your comments.